Right, we're moving on then to a horror film. Another horror film. Insidious, The Red Door. I think I'm right in saying this is the 5th in the Insidious franchise story. Yeah. So, Andy, do you want to introduce this to us?
Yes, father and son bond in a paranormal universe. Here's a clip.
Why don't you drive Dalton to college? You still have a few weeks before your students show up, right? Just an idea to reconnect. I know it's been tough with you too.
The balance of light and dark is what we're after. Draw an experience that defines you.
When I was 10, I was in a coma. But I don't even remember being sick.
I mean, this is one where I have to kind of think, yawn. Is this really worth going to see? Is there anything different in this Insidious film, Andy?
For me, no. Totally forgettable. I mean, I think within leaving the cinema, coming home, and half an hour later sitting down to write a review, I'd virtually forgotten most of what it was about anyway.
That's not a good sign.
Not a good sign. It got out of my brain. It's about astro projection, and we meet characters that we've met before. Patrick Wilson is in this. Ty Simpkins is in this. What staggered me is that its opening weekend in America was bigger than Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny's opening weekend in terms of box office takings. I can't for the life of me think why this is an utterly forgettable, non-scary horror film about people coming out of their bodies into another realm, meeting, bonding, being scared, and then very quickly getting over it, as if nothing had happened. So, for me, Insidious, The Red Door, it was just a really, really poor effort. And I can't see that they're going to be able to keep making these films, because they're not even keeping the fans happy. And yet people went to see it, but have come out saying we're not going to see it again.
Right.
It is a poor effort, not scary at all. Not even. It didn't even make me feel uneasy.
Okay. Is this one that you saw, Emma, or not?
So I did see this one. I'd actually not seen any of the series at all. So I was talking with people like, oh, should I watch them like beforehand? And the resounding opinion was, watch 1 and 2, don't watch 3 and 4. So that is what I did.
Oh, well done.
Because I'd only, relatively speaking, I'd only really got into, let's call it sensible horror recently. Like, give me funny horror, I was fine with that. But the more serious stuff, I only got into very recently. So I'd done other things like the Conjuring and the Annabelle movies, all of that, and I got to this point, I was like, I just don't fancy this. But the new one out, so I watched the first 2 back to back, and I loved them. I was absolutely over the moon that I just discovered this. So going to The Red Door, I was like, oh, yay, more of the same. No. Now, I don't think, I won't be as, I don't have that much history with it. Obviously, I'd only seen the original 2 a couple of days earlier. So I really don't have any tie to this series at all. So I wasn't massively let down. I still had a relatively good time. But yeah, it's not a great film. I like the ideas it had. But whether it's something to, because it's Patrick Wilson's first go at directing, and I don't know how much that would have to do with it. I like some of the ideas, but I just don't think they were executed well enough to be a follow-up to the first 2, which was, as I say, a little disappointing, but it's not a massive blow to me.
Okay. So I think I know where this one's going. Andy, what was your score out of 10?
I'm being so kind. I am a rev. I'm giving it 4.
4 out of 10. Emma?
I'm going 5.
5. So that gives us a Flickering Dreams score of 4.5. And I think we can definitely say we've given Insidious The Red Door, shown it the door. Because it's a... Man.
Absolutely.
Okay.